What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? We're Hospitality Outdoors. We're out here fishing. This is Mike. This is Little Miss Moo, or better known as Mia. And then we got Austin. We're out doing some fishing today, seeing what we can get. Get it, Moo. Get it. Get it. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Whoa,
Give her. Put a thumb in the mouth.
I got a bass.
Put a thumb in his mouth.
Whoa.
Let Mia do it.
Grab it.
Mia, pick your fish up. Put your thumb in your mouth. Don't say you don't know how to. Hold it up, let me see. Woohoo! She got a bass now. She got a perch and a bass. Look at this girl. She's killing it. Put them back in the water. Let them grow up and get bigger. There he goes. What you got? What is it? What'd you get? Another bass. Well, get down there and get it. Come on. See what you got. All right, nice little bass there. It's about what, 10 inches or so? All right, good job. Alrighty, folks. Well, all in all, it was a good day. Caught a couple of bass, perch, a couple of bluegills, huh? While the kids are tinkering out. They're all. It's been a hot day here in Colorado today. Today it is saying right now currently at 85 degrees. 85 degrees right now. Sorry about all the noise. That's my phone holder. So you know, we had to enjoy the nice day. It's the last day of spring break. It's Easter Sunday, of course. So had to make the best of it. Unfortunately, my wife is currently up in the mountains still visiting with her dad, so she wasn't able to join us. But we did have a good day.
Yeah.
So we did the Easter egg hunt this morning. Got this taken care of. Got out here, did our best to get some fish. We got into some good ones. Mia's got the best catch of the day, which is the big old perch. Austin over there got the biggest bass of the day. We still got a couple of fish to take home for dinner, so we're gonna go home. You'll see us right back here in about 2 seconds for the cleaning and cooking. All right, so here's our catch for the day. So we're using these. All right, we're gonna clean these guys up, get ready for dinner. Now I am gonna say here that I'm gonna use my Danko knives. Got these courtesy of Bluegill. He uses them in all his videos. We checked them out. Man, they are some really good knives. They're really sharp, very affordable. Came in this nice little case. You know, this nice little case here. So you got this Danko case here. I know it's all backwards, but you got your knives and everything in there. So it comes with a 5, a 7, and a 9-inch knife, which is fantastic. So you can pretty much do whatever you need to. So we got this little bluegill, this nice perch. I mean, there's the 5-inch blade knife. You can see how big that perch is. It's about as big as the knife is. So I mean, it's a decent size. And then you get the little bluegill, of course. My kids love bluegills. They're great eating. You know, it's a decent size for this time of year, especially. So let's get right into it. So what you're gonna do now, you gotta be careful on these guys. You got the spikes, of course, across the fins up here on top, as you can see there. And then right behind this gill plate, right there. See that knife blade? Look right there on that edge. You see that? That little piece right there will stick the crap out of you. You gotta be careful holding these fish. They twitch their head a lot, and they're trying to jam that into you, and they know that they got that as a defense right there. So be careful with that. But anyhow, just like any other fish, same scenario. Flip it up, kind of get in here. You want to come against, like come underneath the scales here, and cut down into it, just like that. Cut all the way up in the head. Now, let's see here. Hang on, I'm gonna get a better angle on this. All right, so here. Get your knife blade in there. You're just going to follow that backbone straight down. Now you want to try to do it smooth. You don't want to go in too deep, because if you go in too deep, you're going to cut across the meat and whatever. All you need to do is just break the skin surface. Get down here by the tail. You can stick it out the other side. Cut it out. Then get your thumb in here. Hold it up. Watch out for that fin, of course. Just take your knife and the tip of your knife. Now, if you take it and you go down the bones, you can hear them tick. You just want to fillet it right off that rib. So all the way down it. Now you got the middle, the spine in the middle. Now that one you're gonna have to kind of like tip your knife up over it just a touch to go right over that spine. And then you got the rib cages here too. Now the rib cage here, it does seem to be a little tricky because there are what they call pin bones. Now those pin bones you can cut right through them, and I'll show you how to get rid of those afterwards in just a second here. So we get right over that spine there. And you can see here we're getting right down the tail. You cut right down, and then tip your knife downwards after you're over that spine. Just tip your knife down, and you just follow that, and it'll cut the meat right off those bones. So like that. Go down here to the rib cage. Like I said, you got those pin bones there, so that's what you can hear the knife kind of crunching through them. Cut right down the ribs. And there's your fillet. So it's nice and clean, nice white meat. There's not a lot of meat to this fish, but this fish is a great eating fish. If you get a bunch of these, a lot of people go ice fishing, they catch them. It's a great eating fish. I left the skin on, the scales on. We're just gonna fillet it right off of that. That's what's there. And let's flip it over and do the other side. Sorry about the noise in the background. If you can hear it, it's one of my neighbors. Same scenario like I said here. Come right up over the rib cage. Cut through those pin bones. And then just follow the ribs straight down. Keep your thumb in there to hold that fish up as you're going through it. And just like that, you got your second fillet. Now as you look at the fish, nice and clean, transparent, so that means most of the meat's all off of it. There's a little bit of meat up here, but that's right because of the fins. We didn't even have to clean it, nothing like that. And that fish is done. Now if you get, of course, bigger fish, walleye, whatever, you could eat the collar, which is this part here. There's quite a bit of meat there on the bigger fish. This one, there's not going to be a lot in there, so that's it for that. Now to the bluegill. And it's the same scenario. People don't like to eat these too much. They say it's such a small fish, like there can't be that much meat on them. Let me tell you, these things are great. They're a great bait, first off, for catfish, for any other kind of, big bass, stuff like that. They work great, but man, for such a small fish, there is a lot of meat on these things, and they are fantastic eating. So let's get in here. Same thing, right through those pin bones right in there. You just want to get that knife in there and cut those down. And then get right down the rib cage. There we go. Just follow that right down the rib cage. There's your fillet. Now, I mean, you look at that, you don't think much, but I mean, that is a decent fillet for such a small fish. You get about 10 of those and you got a good meal. We'll get back to you here in just a minute. I'm going to finish up filleting these fish and we'll see you in the kitchen. Alright, so these are the fillets we got here. So we got a couple bass, perch, bluegills. Just going to show you real quick how to fillet them off to the skin, and then from there we're going to go into the kitchen and I'll show you the rest of it. So let's see, I'll do a bluegill so we know about the bluegills, how much meat comes off of that, and then let's see. Here's a nice perch fillet. Let's go and do one of each. So I got a bass, bluegill, and a perch. Okay. So when you're trying to fillet it off of the skin, leave a little bit of meat left. Knife right here, and just start cutting in. What you want to do is just kind of tip your knife probably on like a 45-degree angle. You want to keep it against the skin, but you're still pushing away from yourself. So then you should just do nice full strokes with the knife, so that way it's cutting all the way across it. And just like that, we have a nice perch fillet. Now that is some white meat. It is beautiful. The bloodline on there, I mean, it's a little dark through there, but that's nothing to be concerned about. We'll cut the pin bones out, so let's get rid of that. You got your pin bones, which are right here. All you need to do is just get in there. They don't go back very far, so you're going to waste a lot of meat. There. Cut that out, and that's it. Now you have a boneless fillet. Now bluegill, same kind of thing. Same thing, you just leave a little bit of meat here. Get on that skin. Alright, same thing, you have a little bit of pin bones right in this little region here. Cut those out real quick. That's that. Here's your skin. And there's the bluegill fillet. And then last is the bass. I was explaining here a minute ago. So see this right here? This is the stomach area that covers it. So the rib bones and everything else go around there. They don't actually have like a special sack or anything like that holds the lining in. Or the stomach. It's not, doesn't taste any different. It's not harmful. It's actually some of the better pieces of fish meat to get onto. You know, if you get a big one, like a big catfish or something like that, they love that belly meat. Anybody you talk to that eats a lot of catfish, they'll tell you that belly meat's good. So there's your bass fillet. Same thing, get in here for these pin bones. Just cut them out. So it's usually right around that center line here. Get that center line on every one of your fish. And those pin bones will fall right in place, and you can feel it when you just slide your hand down. And all you need to do is just cut that little piece out right there. And that takes care of that. And now all you have are some boneless fillets. We'll see you in the kitchen. Alright, so here we are back in the kitchen. So we got the fish fillets all dry now. We rinsed them off and everything like that. We got egg wash over here. We got breadcrumbs over here. We got a little bit of flour mixed up with my good old Everglades seasoning. And that's from Deer Meat from Dinner. I learned to get that one. You can get that off of Amazon. You can order directly from Everglades seasoning themselves direct from the website. I don't have any promo codes. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, anything like that. So I'm not sponsored by Danco. I'm not sponsored by Everglades. It's just products we use that we've learned. So all you do is take a fish, take a fillet, dredge it in flour, shake off any excess, drop that in the egg wash. Egg wash right over in the breadcrumbs. Make sure you get coated real well. Coat both sides. Do a little shake, get off any excess. Then what we're doing is we're laying them over here on this tray. Now in here, the reason why we're doing this instead of going right to the fryer is you want to let it dry. If you immediately go into the fryer with it at this point, the egg wash will boil, cook right off the fish. None of those breadcrumbs are going to stick. You got to let the egg kind of dry up a little bit and then it'll stick better. So I'm going to finish breading these all up and then we'll get to frying. Alright, so there's all the fish. That's what they look like. All nice and breaded. We got our fryer heated up to 375 degrees here. Now they do say you can fry fish anywhere between 350 and 375. I like to just keep it 375. It makes it quick, easy, fast cooking. Alright, so we're going to start off with this little guy. That's the bluegill there. Now all you want to do is just kind of lay your fish in. You don't want to drop them, you're going to splash the oil everywhere. You want to just kind of drop them in nice and slow so you don't get all that breadcrumb and stuff to flop off of them. Other half of that bluegill. Throwing all those out on this. You don't want to overcrowd your fryer. Now I have a deep fryer, so it's a little different. If you're frying in the pan, put a couple pieces in, give it some time, cook them, pull them out, and that way you're not, you know, pulling out that oil too fast. At the same time, you're not going to overcook everything. You can see already they're kind of fluffing up, browning up nicely. Now bluegill, because it is the smallest and thinnest, will cook the quickest. So that is done. The bluegill is nice. You can see a nice brown on it, golden brown. Perfect. The bass and the perch, they're a little bit thicker, so they're going to cook just a little bit longer. Pop them out. Then I got my taste testers. They'll come in here and test it all. And the fish cooks really quick. So I mean, you know, you ain't got to sit there and worry about, oh my God, is it undercooked or whatever. You're gonna overcook it. It's gonna be crispy. You can't really hurt it though. Like one of my favorite things growing up as a kid, we used to catch these little bluegills all the time. My mom used to love. You know, I used to love it as a kid. I wanted to bring them home. My mom would eat them. What she would do is she would take the bluegills, scale them, gut them, and then you fry the thing whole. Head, fins, all. You fry the whole thing. But she'd fry it so long, it'd make the whole fish like super crispy. And I mean, to the point where the bones were brittle. And you just dip it in, we have this like fish sauce that we dip it in. Oh, and you just eat the whole fish. So good. That was one of my best memories as a kid, was eating them little bluegills. So just like that, we've only been on for what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, somewhere there. But like I said, it's been at 375, now 350. That fish is cooked. That fish is brown. It is beautiful. And it's done.
Hello.
That was my father. So he just came up. Where are my taste testers? Austin, Mia.
Yeah.
All right. So, come here. All right, so you see that nice white flaky meat?
Yeah.
Zoom in on that. Oh yeah. All right. A little taste testers here. It's a little warm, so be careful. Give that a go.
What kind of fish is it?
This is your bluegill.
Right? Did I call
This is the bluegill Austin caught that you want to try.
That is good.
That's my nephew Justin. He's holding the camera. He's the camera guy right now. I'm gonna give him a piece and let him try it out.
Pretty good.
Good stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Skin's
good
good.
stuff.
Skin's good, and the fish is good. Everything's good.
Alright. So I'm gonna finish frying these up and then we're gonna eat. So that's all we have for you today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll see y'all later.
You can do that part again if you want. Alright. Yeah, go. Do it again.
Give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And we will see y'all later.
And click the notification bell.
You got it, girl.